Hey guys, and welcome to Lappeenranta. So yes, we're in XP11 again, and tonight we are flying from Lappeenranta to Thessaloniki. So flight time today about 3 hours, looking pretty good. Weather's a little bit stormy in Lappeenranta, but by the time we start heading south, things should start to improve greatly. So yeah, normally I'd be doing this on a Saturday as opposed to a Friday, but due to plans tomorrow, aka railway volunteering and skiing lessons, I've had to push this back a little bit behind, and so we are flying on a Friday today. Just made this a hard landing. We'll see. Anyways, I've got the RS just aligning because it disconnected. Basically, this would be like a turnaround stay right now because this is probably the last flight of the day the Ryanair aircraft would take. I mean, given that it is what time now in Finland? 16:43. Hang on, that'd be Zulu. Hang on. I can't move it out. But anyways, Zulu, it's about 8:15 Finland time, 9, 10, 11. 9 o'clock in Finland. So, yeah, this will be the last flight today. By the time we land in Greece, it should be about 11 p.m. How am I doing? Not too bad. Welcome, Vincent, Harry, and Sniper Ghost. How are all three of you doing? Just back from work. Fairly relaxed. Doing a live stream today. Right, so we'll plan the aircraft, set it all up, and then get it ready to go. First things first, we shall do the fuel. So weight fuel on board. Payload should have been already set with our fuel at 12.890. Whoops, 890. Enter that. Payload's been set, and that should be all our stuff ready to go. RS is doing its thing, so if we start from the beginning, position's done, route all set. So, flying from Lappeenranta to Thessaloniki, Lima, Golf, Tango, Sierra. Plug that in. Company route we will plug in manually. Flight number, this is FR5345. And runway in use. As always, in Lappeenranta, they will use the one over here, which is 6. Not in database. Sometimes it may be a 5. Let's try 7. Okay, I've never had that before. Runway not in database. If I quickly go to departures. Okay, we'll take 6. Okay, we'll carry on anyways. Long time no here. Ahmed, how you doing? Yeah, it has been a while since you actually last appeared on one of my streams. Hope you're doing alright, man. My name is Tom, please. Sure, no worries, Tom. No worries. Right, ZFW, we'll set out automatically. I should be doing this manually, but it's just easy to do it automatically. Reserves using 1.1, we are Ryanair, we'll cost an next of 23. Altitude, we're cruising at 370 today. Average winds we should be seeing is 274053. 274053. Execute that, N1 limits. Set that and take off. Won't do that just yet since we now need to go through the route. So quite a few waypoints we've got to plug in today, although I don't think we've got a SID to depart from. Otherwise we'll be using Arlom first. Directs to Arlom. That'll be the Yankee 359. That goes to Vepin. Vepin. Next is P606, which takes us to Eviro. Eviro. Almost Enviro that. Well, I got modelled up the actual add-on name. P870 to Luttle, followed by a direct to Rolav. Next page, it directs to Weber. Darth Weber. Directs to Besot. So we've got a few directs actually now. Directs to Besot. Then it's directs to Dibed, or Dibbed. Then it's Mike 977 to Rummuck. followed by a Zulu 317 to Obara, Barack Obara. Next page. Got so many more to go. November 127 to Ostov. Next we go to Nikti. Cigarettes of Nikti. Uniform Yankee 505. I don't think of a joke for every waypoint, but some of them are a bit more difficult than others. Perrin. I cannot think of any joke for this one. And then it's a Golf 12 to our final waypoint of Arnas. Arnas. Right, we use 5 degrees of flap since Lappeenranta is a nice long runway. Very wide as well. Since grab set 1, 2, 3. And IRS wants another 3 minutes of alignment. So that's not looking too bad for us actually. Or runway taking off, runway 6. Hi Melvin. Yes, this is the Zibo. Zibo 737-800. And the only aircraft Ryanair really uses in their fleets. They've got one 700, so corporate plane. And then you've also got the Learjet they use for small pilot transfer. Well, not very much pilot transfers, but like spare parts and mechanics sending around. Right, okay. Well, RS taking a few moments to align, so we'll get ready to go with that shortly. I don't think there's a departure really for us out of this one. No, 06 is empty. In ref, go back to takeoff, and very shortly we'll set this all up ready to go. I'll go for the overhead panel. Fuel truck, since we are now fueled, we can get rid of. Shift control widget, get rid of fuel truck. Probably start up packs as well. I don't know if this is appearing for you guys or not. Didn't even open. Quickly load that up. And then it's Project Fly and Virtual Ryanair. Both apps I'll be using for this flight. PAX does not actually seem to start. Oh, there we go. Has just about joined in. Although, like I said, I don't think you guys will be able to see it because for some reason my PAX screen has been a bit funny. This is display 1 and display 0. Should be looking like that. Anyways, we'll load up this flight and test it ready to go. We're on VATSIM. And then PAX will do the same. You guys will just have to trust me what I'm clicking. Departure ICAO is EFLP, Echo Foxtrot Lima Papa, flying to Lima Golf Tango Sierra. Time to take off is, we want to depart around 35 past. So we've given myself about 7 minutes by the time I've completed filling this out. I think it's 3 hours of flight time, but I don't actually know. I should probably check this stuff before I actually fly. What is our flight time? It doesn't really give us one. So I've predicted around 3 hours, and we can always adjust it around the what we require. Cruising altitude is 37,000 feet. Flight number is FR 5435. We are a 737-800 carrying a number of passengers I don't actually know about. I'll double check that on the virtual Ryanair system in a second. Bone cockpit looks so different to that of the A350. Absolutely. Absolutely. The 737, well, all Boeing cockpits and Airbus cockpits are very different from one another. Airbus likes their automation and buttons. Boeing likes their manual and switches. So yeah, they're very different cockpits to one another. Something that I'm actually quite surprised some people don't really know difference. A lot of people believe that it's just an aircraft, flies from A to B, they're all made by the same people. But hey, most of us here are more aviation prone. Alright, let's have a look at this information. How many passengers do we have on board? Flight hour is actually 3 hours 30, so I should probably adjust that on here before I get a few complaints. Passengers on board, 180 on board. No Wi-Fi, but we will play boarding music and custom safe demonstration. 2 things that I have now figured out how you can do in PAX. So this one is boarding music. We'll play the boarding song. And then custom safety. we'll use safety. Right, let's go. So we'll now just hear a really weird song in the background. That is the genuine Ryanair boarding music. There we go. Is there a manual trim? And have you chose ILS manually? Well, in the 7.3, there's no automatic trim unless you've got autopilot turned on, but you use the trim wheel over here. And ILS, you do select manually. You select that on the frequencies, which is the second panel down there. So you'll probably get to see more of that when well, trim I have to do before I take off. And then the, what's it called? The ILS, I'll be setting when I'm down. Right, aircraft has aligned itself. And its first waypoint is in a interesting place actually. I'll perhaps set a direct point straight away. Where's Arlon? Vepin, Mamop, Enviro, I don't actually see that Arlon waypoints. It might be not plugged in, but it's not put on there. Anyways, unbelievable I can fly 737. What do you mean, like me as a simmer or anyone in general? Right, start up the APU, bring power into the aircraft. Stuff that we need to have set are logo lights since sun is setting, position lights and anti-collision. We'll set the altitude to 37,000 on the packs. 37, and same down here, cruising at 370. In general. That doesn't answer, so is it unbelievable that I can fly 7.3 or that pilots fly 7.3? Because at the end of the day, it's not particularly difficult. Once you know what you're doing, it's one of the things that's like, it's repetitive. The more you get it in your head, the more you fly it. I mean, it does cost tens of thousands to fly commercially and for all the training, but again, once you know it, you know it. Right, okay. That all looks good. Do we require pushback, or could we turn out of here? I believe we could just turn out, so we won't be using pushback today. Just saves my time. We'll just do an engine start and go. So, APU is running. Time the APU bleeds. Turn off the engine bleeds. Is it not required? Packs are off. Reciprocating fans are off. We are in Finland, but it's summer, so we won't need the anti-ice just yet. Panel lighting, we will turn on because we're expecting a night flight, probably soon after we depart. So 1, 2, and 3. Floodlights I don't personally use too much. I didn't get notifications, but on the subscription page. Okay. Do you want to turn on the bell next to the subscribe button? I know some of my viewers don't get notifications, while others do. Yeah, worth clicking on the little bell icon. As an Airbus pilot, 737 cockpit's so messy. Oh, you're an Airbus pilot yourself. Okay. Actually, yes, 350. So, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, with the Airbus, like I say, the overhead panel, that's all buttons, and the aim of it is to turn all the lights off. With the Boeing, half the lights stay on, so yeah, cheers for the extra, much appreciated. Yeah, it's certainly a bit of a difference. I don't really mind too much. Let's speak to the passengers, shall we? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight FR5435 to Thessaloniki. I'm your captain today, and we'll be flying you for about 3.5 hours, although we'll try and make up some time. We're departing very shortly. I'll tell you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Right, so this is a generic public address to passengers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Passengers now be relayed this message. Seatbelt sign comes. To Thessaloniki. I'm your captain today, and we'll be flying you for about seatbelt sign comes on. Again, we should try to see the pack screen, but it doesn't always work. Love the Ryanair body music. It is nice. It is nice. I do like it. Right, as far as I'm aware, hang on, above 10 degrees. So it actually is cold enough for us to require the anti-icing today. Love the FMS, tells that right there. So leave the anti-ice on for a little bit, just to heat up the aeroplane. Otherwise, I am now actually ready for engine start. I want to fly around 35, so that's 5 minutes or so, which is perfect for the time it takes to taxi down the runway at Lappeenranta. It's certainly a bit of a backtrack, that's for sure. Lights on as required. Let's secure the aeroplane. So ground services, we won't remove chocks just yet. GPU is... hang on. Let me turn on the AP power first, then leave it at that. Make sure I've not lost the IRS. IRS is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so, next page, doors. Doors are secured. Ground services, disconnect GPU and can remove the chocks since we're now ready to depart. Ground handling, all vehicles can now drive away. So the stairs attached to the aircraft now leave, as well as the pushback the luggage conveyor belt there. Your anti-ice. Anti-ice is on. I just turned it on now because of the warning there. V1 speeds. V1, 133, 135, 146. Now this is where I get some people fighting in the chat. On here, on the speed indicator, I put 146, which is our V2. Because some people tell me I should put V1, others tell me VR, others tell me V2. So I've been changing it every few streams just for the sake of what people are telling me to do. But yeah, it does get a bit confusing sometimes. Like I say, I'm not really a trained pilot anyway. I'm doing an MPPL, although slightly on hold because of financing issues. But yeah, it's something that I will also actually look into. Let's get a weather update at Lappeenranta, because I don't think there's any ATC. There never is at this airport. In fact, yeah, it shows online. We have got nobody from Finland. We've got a few Estonian actually, a few Lithuanian as well, but nothing from Finland. Send flight plan, because I also want to adjust that from 3 hours 0, say then 4 hours 15 of fuel, which is the correct amount. Flight plan now adjusted to suit the actual numbers. Winds we get from down here. So winds have been set on the FMS, and winds are currently 5 knots at 160. Right, hang on. QNH 1016, we'll set that up here now. 16106, 1016, and on the backup 1016. Right, let's start up the engine, shall we? So, there's no one nearby, so I don't need to communicate with any air traffic, although we should make sure we're on 122.8 Unicom. Yes, we are. So that's VHF1. Cockpit door is secure. Let's start up engine 2, shall we? So, body music will stop automatically once the aircraft is acknowledging that the engine is starting up. And then once we start taxiing, the passengers will do their announcements and taxi. Hang on, engines are not starting up. I've probably missed out a step, haven't I? AP bleed is on, packs are all on. Okay, that probably explains why. Packs now off. Fans are auto, that's fine. Let's try that again, shall we? Yes, thank you very much. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go, looking much better now. Wait for the N2 to reach 18. Engine 2 starts. Got 2 guys down there, because I know Lappeenranta is quite a popular airport for GA flying, given that it's such a quiet airport. Thank you, TDA guy, following. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. With engine 2 to flick off. Engine 1 starts. Yeah, normally they'd shut off the boarding music at this point, but this is something that PAX controls. I don't think there is a way to turn it off from here. No, it's not. So we'll start taxiing shortly, and then they'll turn it off. Engine 1 starts. Tarasai, how you doing, man? How you doing? Lappeenranta also a Finnair training airport. Yes, I believe sometimes you do get an A319 out of Lappeenranta as well with training. It's an interesting one because they're not actually owned by Finavia anymore, the Finnish Airport Society. Back in 2012, when Ryanair first came here, they actually lost Lappeenranta from Finavia, because initially Ryanair wanted to open their own terminal here, like a private low-cost terminal, which, given that this airport is completely dead anyway, was not really required. But Ryanair then decided that they'd drop creating a hub at Lappeenranta, and instead fly here as normal, but then Finavia, I'm not sure why exactly they dropped it, but Finavia did drop Lappeenranta, and it's now owned by the city as opposed to the system. Right, so bleeds are switched, packs are on, APU can come off. Set the flaps, so 5 degrees of flaps. There we go. Music has now stopped. Okay, spoke too soon. Right, okay, so yeah, that's now starting up. Flaps down to 5. Trim it is at 5.15. It's quite a heavy one today. There we go. Aircraft is pretty much ready to go. I'm happy with that. So we'll turn on the taxi lights. See sign set. Everything is set as required. Parking brakes released and throttle comes up. A little bit of speed for making a left-hand turn. There we go. Now the music has stopped. Can't wait for takeoff. Yeah, takeoff's always the fun bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety
Lappeenranta Ryanair flights from full. Absolutely. I mean, for about 10 years, there were no flights from Lappeenranta. You could probably catch like a Blue One flight to Helsinki, although Blue One went bankrupt. But yeah, there is many Russian travellers. Actually, because it's not too far from St. Petersburg as well. Lappeenranta is close to St. Petersburg and it's Helsinki. So I can imagine that there are certainly a few travellers that do go through the do go across the Finnish border to fly out.
Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all call.
200 kilometers. So I remember last summer when I was going to Finland, I had to consider, do I go to Helsinki or could I go to St. Petersburg, which would make the journey slightly quicker in terms of taking the train. But ultimately decided that because of the cost of going to St. Petersburg, Helsinki was the better option. And I'm going back to Finland again in December. We are actually at takeoff stage, so I'll probably talk about that after we depart. But yeah, I am heading back to Finland in the next couple of months. Right, final checks, make sure that I'm happy with everything. Autofocus will come on. FMS is all fine. That's all fine. Let's turn on the TCAS, make sure that we're now being tracked. I'm changing the active runway. I'll do the announcement, although it's probably not really required. EFLP, departing, backtracking, sorry. BT, backtracking and departing, runway 06. Nobody ever flies to Lappeenranta, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Are you coming to Lappeenranta? Yes, so on December 21st, I fly with British Airways from London to Milan, and then fly Ryanair from Milan to Lappeenranta. So it'll be a 4-day travelling, but one, that option was actually cheaper than flying with Norwegian or British Airways or Finnair direct to Helsinki from London. And 2, means I get to go to Lappeenranta as opposed to Helsinki, because Lappeenranta, I've got a few friends out here, ultimately making it my final destination. Entering the runway, well now starts the chrono clock, something I really start remembering to do every flight. And I've got a little bit of a backtrack, but once we're done, we'll then be near. I mean, like I said, there's no one really coming to approach or anything, no one ever does, but I have alerted the that's the Unicom just in case somebody is in the area. I've got my trackers ready to go as well, so virtual Ryanair is tracking Project Fly. Ooh, I'm not flying Project Flight. Whoops, almost forgot about that one. Thank goodness I remembered. Due to take off 24, I think, but winds right now, I believe they're favourable for 06. And most of the time, aircraft do depart from 06 anyway. It's very rare you get a 2-4 departure from Lappeenranta. Landings especially. There you go, 6 for departure. Landing especially because 2-4 does not have an ILS, only 06 does. Regardless, only a 5-knot wind, so well within the aircraft's limits. And besides, we're flying it, taking off over 06, gives you the city. And I'm quite happy with the scenery here, quite proud of it, so got to show that off, don't I? Welcome Han, just in time for departure. Almost the end of the runway. We'll do a 360 and then we shall go. Both times you flew with Ryanair departing from 2-4. Okay, I could be proven wrong there. Because when I was in Lappeenranta last summer, because I was there for a week, we had time to see 2 Ryanair aircraft flying depart. Both times they used the 06, so I could have just made a wrong presumption there. Anyways, I'm happy with that. Aircraft looks good, everything's set, reject takeoff brake set, chrono clock is on. N1, let's go.
knots.
80 knots. B1 rotates. Gear up. And there we go. City of Lappeenranta. So I got the fortress just by the left wing there. Got the main city there. That's the phaser factory just behind us where they make chocolate. That's the train station just below us. You've got the paper mill in the distance, which is the factory bit. There's the sports stadium. Hospitals nearby as well on one of these roads. Just there it is, by the left wing. What else can I recognise from here? Not much, because we are flying over the bit that I now no longer go. Oh, there's a very good burger restaurant just on that roundabout there. Not burgers. Yeah, it is burgers. Two and Grilly, that's it. Very good place. Highly recommend them. Stick on autopilot. Flaps need to go up a little bit actually before we can turn on the LNAV. Alright, hang on. No, I can't tell the LNAV because we haven't got an intercept. Sorry, makes sense. Do a right hand turn. Next one's the intercept. They make candies, not chocolate. Chocolate's made in Helsinki. Oh, okay. Did not know about that bit. So, Phaser's chocolate's Helsinki. Phaser's Lappeenranta is candies. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, that is right. It's not an intercept heading. I should probably look at the FMS a bit more. Just lock the landing gear. Brakes come off. Flaps are retracted. Oh, yeah, 10,000, so we won't switch over to that just yet. Otherwise, it's been an alright takeoff. Nothing particularly going wrong. We'll soon be entering the cloud altitude, so we'll start flying over that. Standard altimeter set. Aircraft's keeping stable at 250 knots, just below 10,000. I think I meant not the clock, not the chrono. The clock is the chrono. Same things. Did you visit Thessaloniki? Not to my knowledge. I went to Type Halsari, but not Thessaloniki. Alright, let me switch over to our nav. Should be on intercepts now. There we go. There we go. Now over the clouds, we should get to enjoy some of the sunsets for a little bit. Just about to pass 10, so I will switch over to I'll switch off the landing lights. And then I'll just talk a little bit more about my trip to Finland. Like I said I would. Yeah, turn off landing lights now. So that comes off. Turn off lights come off. And logo lights can now also come off. Clock is HHMM, chronos MMSS.
This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
Oh no, right, so when the flight goes over an hour long, I believe that changes to hour, minute anyway. Because there is no other option to set a clock. It's only that. So I'm going to make sure that we actually go onto the intercept at our alarm. But otherwise, I don't think there's really too much need to worry about. We departed, passengers should be happy. So we'll now continue our climb. Just about see a lake reflection there above the wing. The sun setting low over the clouds. Finland is the land of 1,000 lakes, so it's a beautiful sight. If you ever get a chance to go to Finland, absolutely take it. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. ET is the clock. You could be right actually. See what happens when we land. We'll leave that running in the background. What is the distance? If we were to do that, let's get ourselves on course now. So I'm going to right hand turn towards Mamop, and now start our journey towards Greece. Aircraft is fairly stable, no turbulence, so nothing. So as soon as we level out, we'll turn off the seatbelt sign. And there we go. Seatbelt sign is now off.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
I went to Birmingham a few weeks ago to see Ranti, went by car, took a long time to get there from London. Any chance to see the Gulf of Finland? Possibly, actually. I mean, our route takes us over to Estonia. We don't fly directly south. Where's our first waypoint, actually? Mamop. Let me try and find out where that is on a map. Sky Vector. Always a nice one to use. Yeah, we're absolutely getting a chance to see the Gulf of Finland. What was the waypoint again? Sorry, Mamop. Mamop is located about halfway between Helsinki and Lappeenranta, towards the town of, if I can find it. I'm gonna have to try and find a town in this island. Country, sorry. It's about Peter. Oh no, got a town closer. Oh gosh, why did I ever say Greece pronounce Finnish names? Ruotsin Peter. Ruotsin Peter. I'm probably saying that horribly wrong and offending every single Finn in this stream right now. Is it too cloudy? Possibly. What airport? Let's look what the weather's like over Helsinki. Just give a nice idea of what it'll be. Few clouds broken at 700. Lappeenranta, few clouds scattered at 700. The cloud cover, overcast. There's no reports of overcast over Helsinki. And if I were to have a look at what's the ICAO for Tallinn? EVTI. Let me go find it in Google. It looks like the weather may actually break. I mean, yeah, it's slightly less cloudy in different areas, so as it becomes less patchy. So there's a good chance we'll see it. Tallinn ICAO, because we do very much fly over Tallinn's airport. It's Echo Echo Tango November. Airport Echo Echo Tango November. Tallinn. Broken at 700, broken at 1,500. So yeah, the clouds do slightly break down a bit, and visibility does increase the further south we are. So hopefully, should get a few sights of it. I mean, we're going by the coast right now. See where the land kind of cuts inward with the water. As soon as we make a left-hand turn, things do become a lot more visible for us. Get a chance to enjoy the orange glow descend through that. So we'll carry on flying out now. ETA is not for another 3 hours or so. East side of Gulf is cloudy, west side of Gulf is scattered clouds, yes. So it does clear up, and we are set to fly eastward for quite a bit actually. Ever, we actually fly directly over Helsinki there. Yeah, Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo. We do actually fly directly over Helsinki, and then it's over Dobad, which is slightly westward of Tallinn. Things are looking good if you want to see the Gulf of Finland. Who knows, might even get a chance to spot Suomenlinna just on the outside of the aircraft there. Suomenlinna, a place I did go to. It's actually quite nice out there. It's the well, it's currently a prison island, and an old Russian base back when Finland was in control of both the Russians and the Swedes. Don't want station data. I do want weather data just in case, but it doesn't look terribly bad, especially once we leave Finland. Things just get a lot clearer down south. What is next week's route? Haven't decided yet. It really just comes down to what I've got time for. I mean, I will try and do the 350 route you've given me. Probably won't be next week, so I've got there's a few things I've got to still learn about the 350 in terms of operation and whatnot. But yeah, I've not yet decided on what route I'll do next week. Even if I do one route, or sometimes like doing a landing and turnarounds, doing two. It really just comes down to what I've got time for, and what people will be interested in. Ooh, I love that glow on the tail there. Yeah, ground's ground's not quite appearing. We're still maybe about 40 miles out of Helsinki. Yeah, so about 40 miles from Helsinki. We'll probably get a chance. Let's say we'll probably try and spot it if the clouds aren't looking as bad. New explain 11.36 release today. I should download that off the stream actually. Also, the what's it? Next week you'll go to next week flights to Shanghai, so you can't watch. No worries, man. No worries. Vacation next week. Yes. So what's happening is next week one of the 737-800 Max projects. Yeah, 177 Max projects are coming out. The Water White project. So it's not one that many have heard of. It's separate from the Ultimate Team, I believe. But it's got a slightly modified cockpit, but a few more default assets. It's kind of like the 737... What's the other one? Not the Zibo. The other one that a lot of people do use. The 800s. It's kind of like a battle between those two. Which one's better, which one's not. We'll see how things change when it does release. Right, so we should be flying over Helsinki in approximately 1729 Zulu. About 5 minutes. About 5 minutes we land. Or we fly over Helsinki. And with the cloud cover, I've got a feeling that we won't probably see much, I'm afraid. Yeah, you're just about to see some of the ground behind us, which doesn't kind of glitch out because of the clouds. But yeah, it's not looking too great, I'm afraid. Cloud cover seems to be a little greater than it was earlier. Let me just quickly refresh it on this. No updates yet. We'll see what happens. What runway you landed at Thessaloniki? I'm not too sure yet. Haven't checked the Thessaloniki weather yet. If I go to Tallinn and replace it with Lima Golf Tango, Tango Sierra. Winds right now are 140, so there's a good chance we'll be landing on runway 16. Yeah, looks like we'll be using runway 16 at the moment when we land. Welcome, Luke. How you doing? How you doing? Is this a free 77 Max? Yes. So the Water White 73 Max is a freeware, I believe. Like I say, this releases in the next few days. I think it's September 1st. They gave the dates. Is Orlando realistic on this game? You've crossed a fine margin by calling it a game. Most of the airports in this game by default are very highly detailed. I mean, whatever's not default can be edited in the, what's it? The scenery library that Explain does. That's Scenery Gateway, that's it. Airports Gateway. Yeah, unfortunately we are over Helsinki, but that's about as good as a view we're going to get. I can't quite see the airports. Where is the airport? That's a motorway of some sort. Goes into the city. Yeah, visibility ain't looking too great, I'm afraid. And so we're just about to make a left hand. Oh no, airport's a little bit ahead of us, so we'll double check that again. But I'd say, well, for airports aren't, I guess, totally realistic, still look pretty good within the sim. Stockholm. Oh, Stockholm at Arlanda. Oh, sorry, not Orlando. My mistake. Yeah, Stockholm Arlanda. Yeah, Stockholm does look good in X-Plane. It's one of the nicely detailed ones that it comes with. There's Helsinki Malmo. Helsinki Malmi, I believe. Malmi. And Helsinki Vantaa is somewhere just below the clouds. Not quite visible. It's very patchy weather, I'm afraid. We're not looking at too much. Hope it's good. Yeah, I'm afraid we're not going to get too much out of Vantaa. Just got Malmi.
In a few moments, we will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of
Turku looks awful and X-Plane. Turku,
If you wish to make an
yeah,
additional
again,
purchase, we
it's
only
one of those
accept
airport sceneries that can be edited in the gateway. But, like I said, not every airport has had that love and affection in X-Plane. So it's one of those where, if it looks bad, feel free to make it better and then upload it for everyone. There's a lot that goes on with Gateway. I mean, I'm sure there's a freeware add-on of Turku. What is the ICO code? Echo Foxtrot Tango Uniform. Let's go to google.co.uk. Turku X-Plane. Yeah, there's a freeware scenery. It exists. You can download that and stick into the simulator and show you the pictures that it comes with, just to see if you guys say if it's any better. I want to go to this one and show this one. So yeah, you guys tell me if this one looks any better. And while I'm here, let me just stretch this out. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, you be the judge. But on the limited knowledge I have of Turku, that doesn't look too bad for freeware scenery. Requires a few library downloads, but it has all your basics. It's got alright reviews as well, actually. Mostly 5 stars. Ooh, we got controller. 134.32. Surprised I actually talked to anyone today. 134.325. Right. Good evening, Centre. This is Ryanair 5435 with you at flight level 350.
Ryanair 5435, time control radar contact, squawk 344.
Repeat squawk, sorry, for Ryanair 5435. Cut off at the end of that.
Ryanair 5435, squawk 344.
3442, I believe he's saying. Squawk 3442 for Ryanair 5435. So just make sure we've got radar contact. He'll probably be able to see me. Hopefully.
Air 200, just want to confirm, is your runway for approach 26 and you said
Yeah, should be alright.
for direct Tango November 552. Air Baltic 200 FM, runway 26 in use, came at 1 Lima, direct Tango
I've got to make
November
a phone call in a few
552.
minutes. My manager from work just called me. So,
Direct 552. Thanks a lot, Air Baltic 200. Right. Right. See you in a
Yeah,
bit.
make sure that all contacts sorted, and then I'll give him a quick call if you don't mind. Alright, that sounds good. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just got my quick phone call.
Air Baltic 200, for information, you were not cleared for this.
Air Baltic 200. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, Air Baltic 200, for information, you were not cleared for descent, so report intention.
Roger that. I'm keeping at 3200 if I can.
Yeah, Air Baltic 200, when ready, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to 100, Air Baltic 200. Sorry about that.
Okay, wasn't too bad. Just got an email. Just got a call from work.
worries.
I've got to reply to an email which someone has sent. I'll do that on my second monitor, or monitoring Unicom and flights as well. Loving the sunsets. The sunset really does look beautiful. Some of the explained weather presets do look amazing, I must say. Welcome, Sick Nick. How you doing, man? How you doing? Going go-karting tomorrow. Looks like a brilliant day for it. It does. Weather's looking pretty good next few days, especially here in the UK. So at this stage, we'll now be well over the Gulf of Finland. Oh. Okay, we've well passed the Gulf of Finland. And, yeah, making our way now towards Greece. Right now, we are over... It's Estonia, sorry, because all Finns go to Estonia by boat. So we're over Estonia now. Next will be Lithuania, then Latvia, maybe a bit of Poland, before we end up over I think it's Belarus, then into Greece. So got a few countries to travel down the east side of Europe for a bit. Back from school.
Dorpa 2-1 Charlie
Not
requesting
bad.
descent.
I came back from work a little while ago, but again, you're in the US, so bit of
Dorpa
a
2-1
time
Charlie with
difference.
request contact Riga approach 129.925. Over to Riga approach 129.925 Dorpa 2-1 Charlie. Thank you and see you soon. Air Baltic 200 descent to 2,200 feet QNH 1018.
Descending 2,200.
So this time, I'm just going to basically monitor ATC for a bit. Lock us in the corner and hate it. What can you say? Yeah, so monitoring ATC for a bit, listen out for any Ryanair calls, but I don't think I'm going to have much of a hassle with ATC for a little while. I'll be in aerospace for a fair bit. Don't know if they'll need to connect to you later, but I don't think so. And I think these guys have another 50 minutes or so to disconnect, so they'll be online for a little while. But gosh, Evra's very well equipped at the moment. Quite a few ATC there. Turical's not Turical, sorry. Tallinn's not looking too bad either. Yeah, there's a fair bit of ATC going on at least inside of Europe at the moment. It's pretty good, that. Welcome, Chris Scott. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
I'm Bravo Zero, Wizard 3 Bravo Whiskey, flight level 260 inbound Sokwa. About the correction, Wizard 3 Bravo Whiskey, turning control to left, radar contact, cleared Kemet 1 Lima arrival, runway 26.
How's my day been? Not too bad. Work's been fairly light. Flying now on X-Plane, and then tomorrow volunteering at the railway. So yeah, it should be alright. I mean, I'm actually really enjoying the railway volunteering. So it's the highlights of the week, something I get to wait and enjoy. So I'm excited about that. It's been a very good process so far. And they do shoot me there really well. So excited for tomorrow, and also skiing lessons tomorrow in the evening. So after the railway, I then take a train to Milton Keynes to do some skiing lessons. Actually, my final 2 lessons before I technically graduate. So yeah, it should be alright. If I do them well, of course. If I don't, then back to the drawing board. But certainly good. Just got off work, sorry late. No worries, man, no worries at all. Just pop in, pop out whenever you feel like it, as times you can. There's no like law, you must watch Drawyah's videos. Can't wait till 3k subs, maybe we have 300. Absolutely, Nick, you've been on this channel for, gosh, way back in the day. I mean, my subs right now, what are they? 2,676. So you're not obviously doing too bad for numbers, but yeah, you've been here since the very beginning. Much respect, man. Much respect.
Baltic 200, clear dial S runway 26.
Runway 26, thanks a lot, Air Baltic 200. I will let you know when is my localizer for established for runway 26 anyway, so Air Baltic 200.
Thank you. Wizard 3 Bravo is ready for descent. Wizard 3 Bravo is ready for descent. Wizard 3 Bravo Whiskey ready for descent.
Whoops, someone can't get to
Wizard
ATC.
3 Bravo Whiskey descent to flight level 100.
Your elective
Flight
just
level
insane.
100,
People screaming at each
Wizard
other
3 Bravo
over what
Whiskey.
music we should have in the school news. Ooh, okay. We don't have that kind of drama in UK schools, I can tell you that. British schools are rather standardised, so I'm not sure what you're talking about music here. Let's go for an outside view, shall we? I always like these flybys. Sound great. You saw me flying a British Airways A350-1000, but now the real one has a new destination. Well, the flight I did from Châteauroux to Heathrow, that was the delivery flights, the training flights that British Airways have been doing over the last few weeks. Then on one of the final training flights, they damaged the flaps, so they were performing a go-around procedure, and the pilots flew at a slight higher speed. It should have been damaged the right flaps, meant it couldn't retract. So repaired that, and it now flies between Heathrow and I want to say Orlando. Yeah, I believe it's Heathrow to Orlando it flies as the routes. But the 350-1000, that's... well, yeah, let's be honest. I think you guys know the joke by now. It's a fake add-on that someone produced out of the Flight Factor 350-900s. And yeah, they basically just stuck a few more fuselage sections onto it and created 1000. So I am one of only like 4 people who have access to that aircraft and will ever have access to that aircraft, because like I say, it's not official. It was just a joke video that came out of someone creating a mod. Certainly a bit of fun though, certainly a bit of fun, especially on the X-Plane Facebook group. Created a bit of a drama surrounding where this 350,000 came from. It's a cool aircraft to fly, the 1000. Certainly a lot more sturdy than the 900, but again, unofficial, can't be totally sure. And if I were to share it or distribute it or anything like that, it would break the Flight Factor end-use license agreement. So yes, like I say, I'm only one of around 4 people who have access to it, based on who is allowed to share it or not.
Air Baltic 200, contact Allen Tower 1.
Yeah, I did understand on that. Fair enough, fair enough. What's fun while it lasted though? When we first posted the screenshots, the number of reactions that post got was certainly certainly heavy-handed.
5435, contact Riga Control 135.1.
Right, so flight's looking pretty good. ETA right now is
Ryanair 5435, time.
Ryanair 5435 receiving.
Yeah, Ryanair 5435, contact Riga Control 135.1.
135.1 for 5435. Thank you very much. Cheers, Nick. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I've now forgotten who I was meant to contact. 1351, I believe it was. Yeah, much appreciated, Nick. As always.
Wizard 3 Bravo Whiskey.
135.1.
Wizard 3 Bravo Whiskey, class direct MOCX, high speed approach.
And connect to first flight roof. Yeah, go. We're on Riga. Good evening, Riga. This is Ryanair 5435 with you at flight level 370.
Ryanair 5435 Riga Control. Good evening, radar contact. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Oh boy. Welcome to the Madhouse. This is going to be interesting.
Don't worry, I often over egg things. I'm exaggerating in this point. In fact, you're the only aircraft here at the moment, so you're giving me something to do.
Ah, okay. I thought you needed a friend, so I thought I'd come on down.
Oh, that's so sweet. I made a friend, guys. I made a friend.
Much love from all at Ryanair 5435. I love this guy, Riga. What is his name? I'll be sure to say goodbye to him properly when he leaves. 1351 Janex. Okay, I remember that when I say goodbye to him. He seems like a nice guy. Can't complain. And that's the thing I like about X-Plane. Yes, it's a serious sim setup, and you're flying ATC around the world, but other times it's just, yeah, you can get times like this. Yes, it's serious. When it's quiet, it's going to have a bit more fun. And I just love it. That sim, it's a great community. And I don't know too much about IVAO, because it is the professional kind of... Well, I don't know about IVAO. IVAO, I think they're more Europe kind of centric when it comes to popularity of flying, but I don't know what their community is like. And it's Pilot Edge, which is the really professional one, because you have to pay a subscription fee to have actual ATC controllers flying you. But yeah, I love that sim. It's got a good balance of both seriousness and fun, relaxed moments. British Airways is going to... no, you are right, it's Madrid. Madrid's at the moment for like the crew training flights. Therefore, pilots will understand how the aircraft works, systems and all that, get used to it. And then eventually, it will do Orlando. No, you are right, it is Madrid first. In fact, I believe... what's his name?
Riga Control, good evening, Air Baltic 3, Echo 5.
We've got another pilot.
3250 inbound Konos.
See how he introduces this guy.
3 Echo 5 Riga Control. Labas welcome to radar contact.
Ah, less comedic. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I do know one of the heads of key airports for British Airways. I don't know exactly. I think he is just like the head of key airports. That is his job title. It's a rather interesting one. But what do you say? Have I done the flight operated Ryanair operated Laudamotion? So yeah, Ryanair owned Laudamotion. They bought them out last year. In fact, earlier this year. I haven't done a Lauda flight though. That is something I have not yet done on this channel. Maybe at some point I will, but not done Lauda. People request it, more than happy to do it. I've got the TOS 319, probably the best aircraft I've got for airline. Because I know we're allowed to use Airbus fleets as opposed to Boeing, unlike Ryanair. So, yeah, if you guys have any louder flight requests, feel free to drop them my way. Let's check our ETA, shall we, while I'm here. Time to arrival, 2 hours and 4 minutes. 2 hours, not terribly long, this one. Speaking of my trips to Finland, one of my friends who actually live in Finland have just dropped me a message on Snapchat. I'll read that in a second. We are now entering Latvia, so we're over the water. And then just about to enter the coast into Latvia. And that'll be our final water crossing. Yeah, that'll be our final water crossing.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got a shortcut for you, but I wasn't actually looking at the screen. Ryanair 5435, proceed direct, Vibe, Victor Alpha Bravo Echo R, Romeo.
1351. Come on, Yannex, it's Weber. Ryanair directs to Weber. Trusted you, man. Trusted you with all my heart.
I got told. I got told.
Welcome, typical Aaron. How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. Just enjoying some fun chats with I've forgotten his name. It's not Jakub. Yarex of that's him here, the controller. We got a bit of a mad lad situation going on. It's all fun. But yeah, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I mean, we've got the shortcut, which is always appreciated. Means get to our destination a little bit quicker, saves a bit of time, and the weather's not looking too bad either. 44 knots, 335. Ground speed's only at 483 though. I've done certainly faster flights before. As long as we're still within our 2 hour odd landing time, should be alright for that. View from the cabin. It's all going to be peaceful. I mean, it's a nighttime flight, in fact. Let me set the cabin to nighttime lighting. Night sleep, so it'll be a little bit dimmer. But not looking too bad. Can I do a hard landing? Preferably not, if I'm honest. Preferably not. I do like my average landings. An average landing is between 150 to 250. Anything less than 150 is too soft, anything more than 250 is generally too heavy, but most aircraft do up to maybe like 700 without having too much damage. These ATC are nice, seems like you're watching your stream, I heard that. Oh, is he on the stream right now?
Riga Control, a very good evening, Europa 4 Lima Mike at flight level 270.
You are right, could be tuning in, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Lima Mike. Riga Control, good evening, rock out of radar contact. Proceed direct, smile of there, and when ready, descend flight level 150.
Please say again for Europa for Lima Mike.
Oh, that was an easy one. Proceed direct to waypoint and descend when ready.
There, and when ready, descend flight level 150. Smile there, Tango Uniform Kilo.
Oh, sorry, proceed direct to Tango Uniform Kilo and descend to flight level 250 when ready, Europa 4 Lima Mike.
Hey, got there in the end.
Europa 4 Lima Mike, negative. When ready, descend flight level 150.
Oh, not
and,
yet.
Expect runway 18.
Well, the
Okay,
sun's just
descent
about
flight level
setting now.
150 and ready, and
Not too much left to the lights. Left hand side's basically completely down.
Europa for
Right hand side, a little bit of lights, but not much. It will definitely be a pitch black flight in the next few minutes before we do come into land. I could tell on the
Ryanair
dome lights people if they want it.
5435. Unfortunately for you, the party is over. You're going to Mr. Boring. Contact Vilnius Control 133.305.
133.
And people on the stream say goodbye.
133-305. Ah! Hey, you are tuned in. 133-305, which is Vilnius, for Ryanair 5435. Love you, man.
Just to annoy him, can you call him Moscow?
Call him Moscow. Roger that. Oh boy. Good evening, Moscow. This is Ryanair 5435 with you at flight level 370.
Alright, Ryanair 5435 is Vilnius, but I can send it to Moscow, but your flight is going to get delayed by quite a lot. Create a contact.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. ETA for this flight. To be fair, I wouldn't mind going via Moscow because it would make for a much longer flight, and plus we get to go back via Latvia again. But it's 1 hour 58 till landing. 1 hour 58. Right, so carry on cruising. We'll go through the passengers in a second, see how they're feeling. But it's not been a terribly bad one today. Again, pack screen doesn't seem to quite work. Los Angeles, Newark, 752 goods, transcontinental routes. Los Angeles to Newark. It is a transcontinental route, that's for sure. It goes across the United States of America, which is also the continent of America, at least North America. So, yeah, that does count as a transcontinental route. When it comes to transcontinental, it's a very different meaning both in the UK, both in Europe and the United States, because the US takes up a massive portion of North America, while in Europe, you've got the, well, it depends what you're talking about, because you've got EU, European Union, which some people regard as Europe, which is, on a technicality, wrong, because there are countries in Europe not in the EU, but,
Right now, 5435, confirm you want to go via Soviet Union, because, well, I'm not Russia.
what have you got for us, 5435? As long as we get our Mir Chleb i Zemia,
5435,
so we
take
ask.
it.
What have you got in store for us? Because so long we get our Mir Chleb i Zemia, we're all ears.
Alright, well, you know what, I have a suggestion. I can route you via Kaliningrad and then you can go onwards to your place, but it's gonna take you plus 1 hour.
Plus 1 hour. I don't think our passengers will appreciate that one.
Would you appreciate that or not? Well, you know, you're not gonna be one of the 90% of the flights that arrive on time, unfortunately.
Oh my word, I love this. I love this so much. Given that we only carry a tiny amount of excess fuel as well, we'll probably run out over Russia.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think in the emergency, you're gonna have a lot of fun with metals. I'm not sure if that's included in the Ryanair training.
I love this guy, I really do. Love to see, so cool. Guess they know you. This is the first time I've ever flown with these people, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I think it's just because it is just a quiet evening where there's not really many flights going through. This is my first time with these guys, and I can tell you, hands down, it has been some of the best. If they have like a link to drop a review in or something, give these guys names mentions, I'm happy to do it, because They've been great. You mean only one preferring United over Delta and American? I've never flown either. I've never flown any American carrier, so I'm afraid that's not something I can give you any details on. I mean, when it comes to flight sim, I've done a few Delta Airlines flights in 737-900, only because they do routes in like 739, which aren't too bad in terms of length and distance, duration, all that. But I've not flown past any of the American carriers, so I'm not too sure. If I was to fly to the US, I don't know which line I'd take across the Atlantic, but domestically, I probably wouldn't go too far outside of Southwest Airlines and Swift, because whenever I fly, I just go for whatever's the cheapest ticket. I don't really have a preferable airline. I mean, I like Ryanair in Europe, but if there was an EasyJet or Norwegian flight with a cheaper ticket, then I'll definitely jump on that one instead. Had travel with Delta and American. We go between Seattle and San Fran to Los Angeles. Airlines I had trouble with. I've personally never had any issue with any airline. Whenever I've had like flight changes, they've always been quite good to cater me on like different flights and maybe in some cases different airports. So Ryanair, I've done once a change from Oslo Skavsta to Oslo Gardermoen. Sorry, Stockholm Skavsta. It's Oslo. What's the one in Sandefjord? Oslo Sandefjord is the South Airport. But yeah, I've done Sandefjord to Gardermoen before because of the 2 hours flight change. And then I've also done a... so yeah, that was Ryanair completely changed the airport because it's still in Stockholm, worked out quite nicely. And also with Norwegian, so when I go to Finland, my return flight on January 5th originally was Helsinki to Oslo with a 2 hour stopover before going on to Gatwick. But because they changed the flights from say 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock, so it's a 3 hour change, for me, I want to spend more time in Helsinki. They moved me on to... Thanks for your hard work to find him up. Still there. EVRR Center. Whoops. Never a problem, man. A little hot. Yeah, so Oslo Torp, thank you very much. So that was my Ryanair change of airports because of the time change, and because I initially had to get a bus from Oslo City Centre to Torp, they moved the flight back by now 2 hours and 5 minutes, and as a result I could never get to the airport in time for it. Then the Norwegian flight I was talking about was a flight where I was going from Helsinki to Oslo to Gatwick. That was from 4 PM and landed like 10 o'clock, so it's only a long day to fly, but had to stop over in the middle. Because they changed it from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock, it's a 3 hour change. I want to, hang on, I've got on mine like Civ, I'm sorry if I don't recognise the name. MSG EBRR Centre. No, where's man? That was good talking to you. I then fly instead from 5 PM out of Helsinki Vantaa, direct to Gatwick with Norwegian. So the ticket itself initially direct was like twice the price, but because they changed the flights, and EU laws states that you have to either rebook a passenger on your airline at a different time to their convenience, or if there's no flights available, book them with another carrier. And in my case, is because Ryanair and Norwegian are so frequent, so I can just stick them on their own flights. But are you a Twitch streamer or Twitch viewer or what? MSG EVRR Center. I am streaming now on Twitch and YouTube. Oh god, I can't spell today. Channel is Drawyah. Yeah, so they got me onto a direct flight, and because of the EU law, like I say, can't have to do those stuff. Yeah, I've never had a problem with those airlines. Some airlines will try and force you onto their own flights because it means they have to spend money on the ticket for a different airline. So I think, which was it that had a few issues on the news recently because of it? I want to say EasyJet, but don't quote me on that or anything, because again, don't really want to slander an airline or anything. But some airlines are a little less nice when it comes to that rule. Actually, I don't think it was EasyJet. I think it was the other one. I won't say by name. I don't think it was EasyJet. Yeah, it's just a case of some passengers have had problems. I've never. I mean, a lot of people slander Ryanair, calling it the worst airline because of XYZ. But whenever they do, I ask you the question, what other airline gets you cross-country for the same price as a bus fare? No one. Ryanair is usually the only answer. Sometimes you get other flights, different airlines, but most of the time ain't that bad. Flight of American changed gate 6 times, they got cancelled, and they got no compensation either. That's competition, sorry. The thing with American, because they don't have the same law as EU when it comes to flight cancellations and changes, what airlines in America are allowed to do is indefinitely delay the flights without cancelling it. So I think the record right now, I don't remember which airline it was, but the flight was delayed by 55 days before it was officially scheduled, or something crazy like that. Because what Airlines America allowed to do is delay, never fly. So the laws are certainly different in the US compared to the rest of the world, and that clock hasn't actually
Aeroflot 1001
changed
leaving
that.
my
So yeah, I
base
think
and
yeah.
set a
No,
Minsk
Chrono, I've messed up.
Unicom to
I'm not even clicking that
bye.
anymore. Hang on. Lights come on, not service phone, on lights. There we go, that's the clock. Okay, you are right. That is the clock, ET. I remember that in the future. Let's cross off the de-icing as well, since well, anti-ice as well, because we don't really require that now. Wings are fairly melted. For the Delta, if you know Delta 1, but got downgraded to Eco Plus because of passenger complaining to you, talking too loudly. Didn't talk at all. Yeah, airlines in America are certainly a lot stricter with their own policies than a lot of the rest of the world. That's why I fly in Europe so much, because one, I live here. That's a good answer. And it's just easy. Flying in Europe is very easy. I mean, if I were to fly to the US, I'd have to get a visa sorted, which would cost me about £60, which is about $80. Then I have to book the flight, which could be in excess of $400 return. Then I've got to go through American security, which could take me up to 3 hours on an arrival. And it's a lot of hassle. It's a lot of hassle. Alright, so about a quarter of the way into the flight now. Still over Lithuania, and our route does take us into Poland. So we'll see if there's any Polish controls on at the moment, but it's a fairly standard flight at the moment, still heading south. And while I'm here, I do need to actually set up some things. Do need to set some stuff up in the real world. So we turn my light on. Stuff I need to grab. Ooh, hang on, what's this? Cool. Stuff I need to grab is my skiing stuff for tomorrow. Let me find. Where's my bag? My bag's gonna be a bit of a junk box next couple of hours. Let's see what I need. This envelope is my railway stuff. This is an old leaflet, I'll keep that just in case. Those are my joining booklets and screw fix receipts for the work boots. In here I've got oh, just till receipt roll. Fair enough, don't need that. I've got my camera stands, that thing if ever required. My camera stands, this is just junk. And fan. Stand, where's the actual fan gone? Alright, there it is. Yeah, fan needs a recharge, I'll put that on charge now. And annoyingly, I actually lost my watch earlier in the week, my Sony Smartwatch 3. No idea where I put it. It's a bit of a shame that, I have to do a bit more digging, but it completely disappeared. Remember when you went to Calcutta 2 years ago? It took you 2 hours to get from the cabin to the airport exits. Custom workers were very rude and shouty at everyone. Yeah, like I say, the TSA and a lot of American airport security setups certainly not as well as refined as European ones, which are all nationalised and localised by the airports themselves. So it's not TSI. So in the US, TSIB control just about every airport in terms of security. In Europe, most airports have their own security and have their own setup and structures inside them. So it's a lot more micromanaged.
Ryanair 5435, you live in business control airspace. You can monitor Unicom 132, Poland is offline because he does not like you, unfortunately.
Aw, all by myself, eh? 1-2.8 for Ryanair 5435. Thank you very much and have a good night. I did not actually press right on there. Fair enough. All by myself then. 1-2.8 for Ryanair 5435. Thank you very much and have a good night.
You're welcome and have a good night.
Love you. Alright, 122.8. And gone. Now on Unicom. Like to see someone fly Air Berlin, operated by Eurowings, but the paint's going to be gone and no more left. Unless there's some flying with it. Do some Eurowings fly their Berlin livery? I'm not too sure. If you're on my Discord server, drop me a link or an image or something. But like I say, any request routes, I'm more than happy to take. More than happy to fly them. Don't know if Discord anymore, see what you can do. Knows, man, but yeah, try and drop me an image, I'll have a quick look. You flew with Norwegian 738, which was next Air Berlin plane. Saw the Air Berlin logo on the bulkhead. That's quite interesting. I've not really flown any aircraft that are like other airlines before. At least not that I know of. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the actual interior would look like. So it could be like a bit of a mixed match between the two. Just a heads up as well, this is quite a long flight because I land late and I've got to wake up at like 8 AM tomorrow. I will be popping off for a quick shower, about half an hour or so. So if I disappear for a little bit, I should probably wait for the tent tank to empty first. But yeah, I do have to take a quick shower in the midpoint of the flights. Still got a while to go, like another 2.5 hours. Sorry, 1 hour and a half. And yeah, everything's pretty stable. We're on Unicom, no other aircraft in the area, no real communication at the moment. Might turn on the dome light. So it's gone dim, just give you guys a more of a visual, but it really isn't too busy today. Yeah, try and find my watch. I have no idea where it's gone. Absolutely no idea. Have I ever been go-karting? First, I've been go-karting twice. First time was about a month ago now, so very recent to it, very new to it, but it is a lot of fun. It's certainly a lot of fun. But yes, I have been go-karting down in Dunstable. If you have a look in the description of the stream, you'll find the Discord link. I've been to 3 different tracks, 2 outdoor ones, one's both outdoor and indoor. The Dunstable site I go to is indoors only, but 2 floors, 2 levels. So it's a lot of fun. How do you recommend them? They're what they call team sports, Dunstable. And I've not been to any of the other team sports sites yet. But their petrol carts do look a little better than the electric ones when it comes to events and whatnot. But yeah, not too bad. Price fairly decent as well. The inner London ones are way too high, so Dunstable's the best option whenever I'm in the area.
dozen ago.
Right then, I am back. Do apologise for that quick break. I've just been having a think and a search for my watch. Once the outdoor ones have top 55 miles per hour, indoors top speed around 30 to 35. Top speed of the one I go to is about. Oh yeah, we're definitely in Poland now. Polish Unicom. This guy is landing at Warsaw very shortly. Pozvolnia na lądowanie. Just on Discord. I'll check that in a second. Thank you very much. Angielsko. He is landing shortly at Spoko. Right. How long do we arrive? What Zulu is it now? Zulu time in the UK is 20:03. 20:03. That is very wrong, Zulu. Ignore that on the top of the screen. That ETA is a few hours out. Okay, ignore the ETA on the top there. That is very wrong. Zulu now is 20:03. And we land in approximately 1 hour and 26 minutes. 1 hour 26. Right, so screenshots. Just on Discord. Where did you drop it? Sorry, Chris. I'm trying to look for it. Where did you drop the image of the Air Berlin? Katza. Meow? Meow? Maybe you guys can hear it. Let me mute my game sound, lower the microphone a bit. Say hi, Charlie. Say again. Can you hear that? Meow. Yeah, she's a Maine Coon. She's a very, very sweet cat. Really good temperament to her. What's that cat? Yes, it's my cat. The other cat. Is that right, Meow? Not talking anymore, fair enough. Yeah, the cat as well. Sounds good. Sounds good. Male or female? It's a female. Sounds good. Species? Like I said, mine's a Maine Coon. Female Maine Coon. It's 4 years old. Well, look what the cat's dragged in. Nothing yet, I don't think. But no. Welcome, Riga Control. How are you doing? Cheers for follow, man. Yeah, massive love for the earlier controlling. That was fantastic. We're now in a bit of a quieter stage of flight. Midway through Poland. All of the ATC is now in Polish, which fortunately I can read, but I just can't write. I mean, my mum's Polish, so I learned a bit of Polish. I understand a lot more than I say, that's for sure. Thanks to the Moscow thing, really effed him up. No worries, man. No worries at all. I always enjoy a bit of that sim trolling. Well, not really trolling, but once when I was flying into Madeira, one of the Portuguese controls over there definitely likes a few jokes. Fellow second generationer, welcome to my life. Ah, you're half Polish as well, or second generation Polish. Czy rozumie polsku, czy nie? I mean, I remember looking at your name, I did feel there's a bit of a Polish vibe to it, but you in Riga, I thought not to ask. Tabby, she's grey. Ours is champagne and ginger. Ożywicie, of course. Yeah, fair enough. I could say, I can read Polish, I can understand Polish writing, I can speak some... Oh gosh, can you hear the outside from my window? I can speak some Polish, but I can't write much at all, if I'm honest. But, yeah, it's a very mixed bag for me, because I live in the UK my whole life, so... Gosh, what's going on outside? Yeah, Polish is not really a language that I've had so much of. Polish pilots don't like being spoken to Polish outside of Poland, except for greetings. Proper stuck up. Yeah, I will say the Polish Fat Sim have really got their own way when it comes to speaking. I mean, usually the international law is English, 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 English. Only when you get to Poland do they ever speak Polish. Let's see him here. Yeah, it can be quite interesting at times. Like I said, I've never really had too much of a communication barrier. Even if they speak to me in Polish, I've had a few times I fly through Poland in a Ryanair jet flying into Rzeszów. They speak to me in Polish. I'll take a second to translate it in my head, and just speak it back out then in English. Usually, like Dave's here, I like the good champagne. Yeah, they really like to, they have their own circle, that's for sure. Polish Vatsim, Polish parts of Vatsim have their own little circle. Very much within it. Welcome Sim Game GR, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure I've actually seen one of you before when I was flying out of Athens one time. Probably actually on the Athens to Lappeenranta flight, that was a few weeks ago. Ooh. Another controller. Is that Wrocław 12545? Let's see. Thessaloniki you live. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sure you mentioned that to me actually before. Right, what did he tell me to do again? Sorry, it was check his frequencies. EPWW 12545. Let's say hi. Right, there you go. Here's a lottery. What's he gonna speak to me in? English or Polish? 12545. Place your bets. There we go. Send your friend request on Discord. Sounds good. I'll chat in a second.
Zidentyfikowany poziom lotu 250. Zezwalam BIM 5 November, dolot standardowe podejście
Then finish off, and then we'll speak.
Zniżaj teraz, utrzymuj poziom lotu 150.
Napisanie VOR, pas 1.
Sorry, V-Pilot crash with squawk number.
020.
Dzień dobry, Warszawa Radar. This is
Ryanair 5435, hello Warszawa, you're identified. Continue break with 0802, identified, passing 2200 left, proceed direct impact.
okay. They've got me anyway. I hear that he's a lovely guy. Fair enough. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I got half a sentence in, and they copied me straight away. You have that channel in your airport, so it says longing for XP11. If you send you.
Wizard 162, zgłaszam się. Wizard 162, dzień dobry, zezwalam na
Well, at least he also knew that I speak English without even having to say much, so... Okay, so that's your friend question now.
Zgłaszam już praktycznie stabilizację do pasa 1.1.
Sounds like the rather calm flight through this territory.
0808 na 3 frontu, pas 1.1, lądować zezwala. Wizard 162, zgoda na lądowanie.
My sixth landing, that guy was.
Shuttle 8905, continue descent final 15.
Nice. Probably did what you did. Saw the name, got confused. You saw the name, but hang on. When you say the name, what name do you see? I mean, do you see my call sign Ryanair 5435? You won't see the channel name. That's just on its own. You'll see my name. But yeah, not sure how you got confused with that one.
Bimpa 4 uniform, 33 Aztek 020.
Aztek 020, dziękuję, wykonuj bezpośrednio punkt Otmur.
Bezpośrednio od Aztek 020.
Likewise, do you at all stream I assumed Englishman? Ah, okay. Fair enough, makes sense. Do you stream your control by any chance, like Squawk by Charlie does? Or do you stick to your own kind of thing? Let me have a look. Creek control. Oh yeah, you're live?
We'll try our best to
For mature audiences, apparently.
Thank you.
Oh, there's an event going on. Okay, well here's your follow.
And the satellite 905 plan 3000 number of full advice.
But
could you repeat that for 8905?
doing it for him, okay. Oh yeah, you got a fair few views actually, 36,000, 22 right now. Did not know there's an event going on.
Advise me if you are unable.
Welcome to the Diet Coke Club. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll definitely tune in to you. You seem like quite a cool guy. AT sounds quite fun. Got a bit of life into it.
Please, you can quite catch that.
Witam panowie. Yep, witam panowie. Hello again.
Aztek 020, skręć w prawo, kurs 130.
Prawo 130, Aztek 020.
Wizard 8, correction, Wizard 802, clear, impact for uniform arrival, landing runway 33.
Alright, so if there's a event going on, oh, okay.
Jeżeli 162
He's a nice
panowie
visiting
utrzymujcie
controller, but
prędkość
never controls.
160 węzłów do czwartej
Mr.
linii.
Demont, I see him every time.
Lider 162 utrzymuje prędkość 160.
Of 1 liter. Sorry. J'en ai pour 1 liter bottle of Diet Coco Medesque Rune. Can I join your club? Oui, bien sûr. Bienvenue.
Right heading 050 and down to 080, no shuttle 8905.
Uber.
Następny 8905, 50 track miles to touchdown.
50 truck miles, we should be able to make it hopefully.
Ryanair 5435 giving my expectation to the next issue. I've got this one for the Unicom 1 to the school. Thank you, bye.
I'm so happy that Eric wasn't listening. Luckily, no one clipped it. It's normally the sort of thing that turns up in the compilations. We do like
120 zniżę utrzymuj poziom lotu 100.
Lithuanians.
Still Baltic, fly
100,
Hola.
Who is flanking Poland?
Yeah, keep that in the background. Right, so yeah, we're now halfway into the flight. Okay, so where exactly are we? Are we still in Poland or have we now left Poland? I should probably keep the map open just to see what I'm doing. Oh! There's Yeshov Spar right. Damn, that's the motorway. Oh, come on, screw. Sometimes it's weird when I can't zoom in and out.
Lądujemy manualnie.
Yeah, that's the motorway that goes into Rzeszów. Oh, I know where I am now. Never thought I'd say that in the middle of the night sky over Poland somewhere. Yes, those who have been on my channel for a little while, you'll notice, well, you know that I do fly to Rzeszów fairly often because Rzeszów is the airport close to where my grandparents live. As a result, it's just the easiest airport to get to. But oh, look, there's the giants. Which means Przeworsk is, yeah, just down to the south there. Yarosław, been to a few times. Yeah, I like that. It's a bit different at night though than daytime.
Direct
But,
over 4,000 and
that's
report
nice.
ready for this.
On the Discord, sure thing. I'll check it out now, man. Thank you very much.
No
Discord.
shuttle 8905, confirmed free speed.
Top descent's now appeared about 400 miles away. This is the one. Delta Alpha Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Free speed, continue preserving 4,000 feet. No shuttle 8905.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it is literally just the Eurowings plane in airband and livery. Okay. Yeah, request to fly and I'll do it at some point, maybe even next weekend. Because next Friday I do want to do a rather short flight, not a full length one. See what time gives for us.
Shuttle 8905, turn left now, heading 340, reach altitude 3000 feet.
Left heading 340 and down to 3,000 feet. No shuttle 8905.
And 8905 is clear for Irish approach runway 33, number 2, it's coming.
Approaching ILS, runway 33, number 2, no shuttle 8905.
Ascensor 20, skręć w lewo, kierunek 100.
W lewo 100, styk 020.
Wasz operator, dobry wieczór, entrance 000, waiting flight level 380.
Enter 7020, dzień dobry, Warszawa, School High 04.
Squawk 5040, enter 7020.
7020, negative squawk 4504.
Fire request will be in the YouTube description. Fire request, just drop it to me on Discord and I'll happily schedule it in at some point.
Dzięki, Aztek 0, przepraszam, Aztek 020, zniżam 4000 stóp altitude, ciśnienie lokalne w Warszawie 1027.
4000 stóp zniżamy, ciśnienie 1027, Aztek 020. Dobry wieczór, lot Ryanair 27, stand 351, so we request reference to Poznań Sky.
Lot Ryanair 27, Poznań via flight plan departure runway 29 and roll 37 Golf standard, squawk 4553.
Jest to Poznań, velocity. Proszę za maximum na Ryanair, squawk 4553. Lot Ryanair 27.
Lot 27, Lima correct, Sarah, got lost, report for taxi.
Good evening, Jet Travel 701.
Yeah, control seems rather quiet at the moment, and given that I'm now leaving Polish airspace, in fact I'm now in Ukraine, so yeah, now in the Ukraine, we've left Poland, we should be sent back to Unicom in a couple of minutes at this rate. Welcome back, Extra. How you doing? Mitakulu. Sorry for today. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. We're in Polish airspace, although we are.
Setting squawk 4533 and.
Well, yeah, we're with Polish ATC, but Warsaw Centre, we have left Polish airspace, so we should be taken away in a few minutes. Also, I've had your stream in the background, slightly muted because of the music, because Twitch is alright, but YouTube are quite picky on it, as you probably guess. But they've been pretty good. It's certainly been a bit of a fun one to watch. Like the face mask there, that's certainly a nice touch. The balaclava. I've not seen a person on Twitch doing ATC with a balaclava before. I guess that is the Slavic way in your red Adidas top. I buying Omsiad in London December 6th. Omsiad on London is not happening. Omsiad in London has about 5 release dates now, and they've missed all 5 of them. And I believe Aerosoft have quietly dropped them as well, so yeah, it's a bit of a touchy one. I'd like to see it, but it's not really happening. Can survive without the music, talk too much, saves people's monsters from damage. Oh yeah, I don't matter, Taurus. You can either send it on private, you can send it on Discord, it's your choice, whatever's easiest for you. Vilnius control, Moscow control, see no difference, can't be paying for them. Welcome, Ben Carter, 14, how you doing? How you doing?
Over the winds, clear land, retreat, or shuttle 8905.
Aztek 020, w prawo kurs 1 i 1 0.
W prawo 110, Aztek 020.
Yeah, there is Extra. I'll see you on Twitch as well. Twitch seems to actually have gained a few viewers in the last couple of minutes, so I ain't complaining.
Now ready for descent, please, 080.
Never used this loud.
080, descent, flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, 802.
Needs to fly to Riga at some time. Actually, yeah. Probably try to squeeze in the Riga flight as well. Do Ryanair fly to Riga? Answer is, oh yeah, she do a London. Oh yeah, not non-stop London to Riga, Latvia. Okay. I mean, I know that you stream, so I could tune in. Yeah. Or on Twitch, his Twitch accounts. Player. Ooh, that's a fancy username. It's a very fancy username actually. Fly to Riga, yes. From all the pike. Zoom the PFD there slightly since the airport is now coming into view.
Clear for backtracks runway 11 and clear for takeoff and report when airborne JetBlue 7010.
Enter 7030, we are clear Zibo 1 line, arrival, ILS Zulu approach, runway 28.
Clear to Zibo 1 line, ILS Zulu approach for runway 28, enter 7020.
Enter 7020, proceed direct path out for 703, report ready for descent.
Proceed direct to Oscar 703, report ready for descent at 7020.
Please start at
Oscar
the
020,
system.
okej, Oscar 020, zbliżać 3000 stóp, w lewo kurs 060.
3000 stóp i kurs 060, aktywny 20.
3957, start of visa approved, report for taxi.
Please approach to the Lappeenranta system.
Not 3957, QNH Warszawa 1027.
Finish my system. 3957.
Whoops. That is not what I wanted. Somebody else's stream just appeared on there. Thank you, Twitch, for doing that. Always appreciated. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Right, so we are now about an hour away from Thessaloniki now. Yeah, 1 hour exactly. And I don't think there's any active controllers, so at this point we'll probably start looking into setting up the approach and coming into land. Should still be a runway 16 active. Double check the weather, do a refresh. Yeah, wind's 140 at 7 knots, so I'll probably go for the 16. Again, liking little Zibo details and scratch buttons. ILS Z. Yeah, that'll be an ILS 16. Approaches.
After 020, skręć w lewo, kierunek, przepraszam,
Skręć
w
w
lewo,
lewo, of
kurs
course.
010, tam na podejście ILS do pasa 33, zgłoś stabilizację numer 2.
Probably a 2 Lima approach.
W lewo 010,
Let's have a look, shall we?
stabilizację przy
I could use charts,
numer
but I always
2,
like just matching up the waypoints by the names and then hoping for the best. You can do charts, but I'm not flight deck sim. I'm certainly a little less professional. Next page, here we go. It's a horrendous approach. It won't be that one. Right, 3 foxtrots. They want us to fly over the airports. Not going to happen. If I just do a direct CF16 to there.
That's actually the 3957.
It's a bit of a tight turn, but it works. As you constraints, that's fine.
Facing out, the 3957.
Let me just 100% will now be defined. It's just after Nikti before Lasbu. They have another route to
Also,
the other flight for Riga. Oh yeah, sounds good. I will check. Actually, do louder motion Riga. Do louder flight to Riga.
Oscar, Mike 2 stand 18, North Shuttle 8905.
JetBlue 7010 is airborne.
4-week connections from Riga to Austria, commencing October 19. Okay, so we're a few weeks short, but yes, they will do a connection. Louder to Riga.
From present position, direct Lenov and climbing flight 370, JetBlue 7010.
Aztek 020, pas 33 lądować wyzwala, przyjemny do 9084.
Zrozumieliśmy wiatr na 3, pas 3 dla nas, akty 020.
Ryanair 35 Echo, Warszawa Radar. Dzień dobry, prosimy o zgodę na lot do Dublina, jak stanie gotowi do zapisania zgody.
Ryanair 35 Echo, dzień dobry, a nie Lot 3957 Ster. On shuttle Boeing 737-800, taxiing from your right to left, continue taxi Alpha Echo to holding point November 2.
There we go, fuel lights on, so we now turn off the centre tanks. And that allows us now to go on our last 2 tanks, left and right, all the way to Greece. Fuel-wise, we've probably actually got a little bit too much at this point. Could have maybe taken the diversion to Kursk, and then going to Greece as an hour, but we've burnt easily enough fuel to keep us going. I've got a good feeling we are now well outside this guy's airspace. Poland is... Yeah, we're now entering...
4,000 feet,
Romania.
And set walk 45.
There is no way we're still on coach control at this point, so what I will do is tune out. On to 2.8. And see if there's an online that maybe we should be speaking to. But the answer is no, it's just Warsaw Centre and then a few airports in Austria. Maybe I missed a call, but I'm not too sure. Send a request on Discord, see if it's on the private chat. Let's have a look, shall we? Like I say, I'm happy to do a few request flights, stick them my way, and I'll have a look. Requested flights. Delta Kilo to Delta Hotel. Air Berlin, port sign 7037 or 7 Hotel Zulu. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Thank you very much. Doesn't look like a very long flight actually. It's domestic Germany, so I can probably easily do that in an evening, maybe even do a second leg. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'll definitely squeeze that in for you. Maybe even next week if I need a short flight. Let's off the dome light, shall we? Don't really need the extra. Sounds good. Gotta go. See you next week. Have fun on your vacation. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I mean, I'm not on vacation until December, but yeah, I'll enjoy it. Although Monday is a bank holiday in the UK, the last ones before Christmas, so definitely make the most of it. Last 3-day weekend for a few months. Downside of the UK, we have the least bank holidays in all of Europe. So I think I get the extra days, and we don't have a UK Independence Day. And there's quite a few calls for one big, on the day of Brexit votes. I don't think that's going to happen because of how much of a divide it's created. But yeah, we don't have like an Independence Day bank holiday, and we don't really have many patron saint days. Actually, we have St. George's Day, but I don't think that's really a bank holiday. I'm trying to think, do we have St. George's Day off? Google it. I actually don't know. Is St. George's Day a bank holiday? Answer is no. Okay. So we don't have a patron saint day. And it's annoying. What is actually what are our bank holidays? UK bank holidays. We don't have many. We really don't. Right, England and Wales. We get New Year's Day, Good Friday. So yeah, New Year's Day, January 1st, Good Friday, April 10, Easter Monday, April 13. May Bank Holiday, or VE Day, is 8th of May. Spring Bank Holiday is May 25th. Summer Bank Holiday, August 31st, which is the one that's on Monday. So the one that's coming up now. And then that's our last bank holiday until December 25th, which is Christmas Day, and then 26th. Ah, okay, because 26th is on a Saturday. It's now been substituted to the 28th of December, which is a Monday. So actually we get quite a long weekend over Christmas. 4 days. I like that. Although I'm actually not in the country for that anyway, so it's useless to me. This is the last bank holiday I get to a holiday. Yeah, we don't get too many holidays in the UK. I mean, in comparison, we're flying from Finland, so have a look at Finnish bank holidays. They get... Ooh, wow, it's a long list. New Year's Day, January 1st. Epiphany, January 6th. Good Friday, April 19. Easter Sunday, April 21st. Easter Monday, April 22nd. We don't get Easter Monday in the UK, but some places will let you have a day off. May Day, May 1st. Ascension Day, May 30. Whit Sunday, June 9th. Midsummer, June 22nd. All Saints, 1st of November. Independence Day, 6th of December. And then Christmas Day and... well, St. Stephen's Day, I suppose, Boxing Day. But they got double the bank holidays in Finland to the UK. Poland, let's have a look at Polish bank holidays. I mean, Poland's very much a religious country, so expecting a few more in this one. Okay, let's go for the list. Nowy Rok, New Year's Day, Jan 1st. Dzień Czech Króli, Three Kings Day, January 6th. Pierwszy Dzień Wielkiej Nocy, Easter, April 21st. I'm probably saying these all completely wrong, but hey. Drugi Dzień Wielkiej Nocy, Easter Monday, April 22nd. Święto Państwowe. My words. Some of these letters I just can't pronounce, like the STW. Stv. Państwowe. Labour Day, May 1st. Święto 6 Maja, Constitution Day, 3rd of May. Dzień Matki, Mother's Day, May 26th. Zielon Świecki, Pentecost Sunday, June 9th. Dzień Bożego Ciała, Corpus Christi, June 20. Dzień Ojca, Father's Day, June 23rd. Oh gosh. W niebo wzniecie na świecie Mary Panny, Assumption Day, August 2015. I'm saying this so badly wrong, aren't I? Oh gosh. Stov je povi vami vani. Oh gosh. Povewami vani. Oh gosh. It's that last bit. Pomiwami vanimi. Poviwami vanimi. Poniwami vanimi. Something like that. Nogami. Yeah, All Saints Day, November 1st. Independence Day, November 11. Christmas and St. Stephen's Boxing Day. Double the UK bank holidays. That's what we got to say. Yeah. Like I say, my Polish is terrible. I can have a very, very basic conversation, but outside of elementary level, I am absolutely atrocious. This is great. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I remember when I was doing the Finland videos, so back when I was doing my few trips into Finland, I had a few guys on the chat there just messing around with my super level of Finnish, because the Finnish language, one of those where it's not difficult, you just got to know it. It's like learn how you know how you pronounce all the letters. But yeah, certainly one that I do need to improve on at some point, especially because I am half Polish, so best try and pick up on that.
Yannick, we found your boyfriend.
Yes, hello, I'm happy. Please say hello.
What the fuck on stream?
Mardik is back.
Oh, you got a Discord. Enjoying that, that's for sure.
Sorry, the music
Control,
started.
Ed Stream Pub. There we go.
Narcotic Nicholas.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium
I was
drinks.
dancing.
Premium
from
drinks
some
are available
music
for a small
from
charge.
some-
Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Right, ETA to landing. We are landing in 44 minutes. So we'll start our top percent in a couple of minutes actually. Waypoint should be approaching shortly. Nixie after that. This is on. Date's already on. Switch to plan mode. Nixie is how far from us? 1949 Zulu. The time's very wrong, but 35 minutes. We start descending in 35 minutes. So not terribly far away now. And then approaching to Thessaloniki should be rather clear. I don't see any aircraft coming to land. Golf Tango Sierra. Yeah, I don't see any other Thessaloniki landers, so we should be on our own for this one. Don't know if I told you this, we can get 4 terabytes on the hard drive for 3rd birthday. Sounds good. 4 terabytes will get you a lot of scenery, that's for sure. What I'm doing now is just sorting out my sign-ups for the Rise to Plado Railway. Sorting out what days I'm available, what days I'm not. So I can do that. That one I'm already in. 21st is fine. 22nd. I'm also fine. 28th and 29th I'm also good. And done. I do like the RLR. It's a very, very nice bunch. They do make for makes for a good day. Makes for a really good day. When I'm on this one, I mean, what time this one ends? 11:14. If I change at 12, how long does it take me to get from? An hour, so I could probably do it from 1 o'clock. Yeah, I can do that from 1. What day is that? It's the 7th. Cool, that should be sorted. Let's see what you're going on. So, Sega hard drive costs £90. It's not bad actually. 90 quid for 4 terabytes. The external drive means if you ever like change PC or something, you can bring it with you, which is pretty neat. Do note that when it comes to X-Plane scenery, there is a little workaround you actually have to do in order to get it to work properly, putting it onto an external hard drive. It means you have to go through the commands prompt and just basically make a copy of your scenery folder and put it onto your external hard drive. It's not complicated, but it's like 2 or 3 extra steps, because unlike FSX and P3D, X-Plane doesn't natively support scenery files which are outside of its own directories. So in short, it's like creating a shortcut, but it's a bit more than a shortcut. It's more of a direct drive relocation VOD thing. There's a good tutorial on YouTube worth checking out, but yeah, it's not exactly a it's not a straightforward process. There's 2 or 3 extra steps, which is just a copy and paste job basically into command prompts. Now on sale for £74. Not bad, not bad. Again, 4 gigabytes is a decent price, that. So I'm getting quite a fair bit for it. 4 terabytes, 1,200 tiles. Yeah, it's a good number, that. It also depends on what resolution the tiles are as well. Some may do a bit of a higher quality than others. But it's a nice amount, that. Right, so next waypoint we get to at 28. So about, yeah, it's only about 20 minutes now till top of descent. And we start our approach into Thessaloniki. It's not actually been as long as I was expecting. I thought it'd be like another midnight land as we did last week, but yeah, it's been alright actually for the timetable. It's been a very good flight. I'm quite happy with this one. Usually use zoom level 18 for airports, 19 for airports like Heathrow, and 17, 16 for the rest. Yes, sounds about average to be fair. 16's probably the bare minimum I'd go as well. Never use 15. I mean, I quite like the tool FSR tiles, which I use quite a lot in FSX. I like the customization of that one, so you could have tiles that were really big or really small, and you weren't set like different grid references. That was a nice way of doing it. And probably would come in quite handy of some places. For example, the island of Limnos, where I flew to in the summer, and also did the live stream as well during. With that one, the flights, or the map, the tile, goes right down the middle of the island. So I had to download 2 tiles for basically a bit of a scenery that I'll never even go to. I might actually cover Thessaloniki, probably not though. But yeah, so that Lappeenranta as well goes right through the middle of the tile. And so in order to get good coverage, you'd have to download multiple tiles, which is a slight pain. But nothing major, nothing terrible. So not too far now from Greece. Not too far to go now. Unfortunately, I think FS Turf Tiles tutorial you have is outdated. An update have ruined it. Has it? Not had that many complaints about it. What steps are broken? Maybe I'll have a look at it. Because FS Turf Tiles, I don't think it's updated in years. There's the website. Still 1.3. Okay. Yeah, tell me what steps are broken. If I need to redo off that tutorial, then I'll happily do it. Because the FS Turf tutorial, whilst not my most viewed, I know a lot of people do find very useful. So I might have to... Thanks for letting me know, that's for sure. Very weird. Let's get rid of that, so... Yeah, I'll go through a tutorial, maybe actually run it myself. So delete what I've got and then start from the beginning. Because it's a bit weird that it just wouldn't work anymore. Maybe there'll be a little bit more to it than that. Mask colours are incorrect. Screen's not auto anymore. Yellow, red is now also. Oh, that's interesting. Never had. They've changed the okay, I'll do a bit of research into that. They changed the mast colours or not. Green has always been water, but it's kind of odd that they changed that. Maybe try and keep it uniform or something? I'm not too sure. Anyways, that's a research for another time. Let me have a look at the FMS, see what kind of approach we're going to get in today. 30 flaps should be enough. Wind speeds are still fairly light, I presume. Airports, refresh stats. 7 knots, 1-4, so it's a tiny bit of a crosswind, but nothing really that much for us to deal with. ILS frequencies, we've got that there, although I'll use it on the FMS just for the sake of simplicity. 1103, 162. 1103, that was an easy one. And then 062 was it? 162. And 162. So our landing should now be set up, ready for the approach, which is less than an hour away. Passenger E. Yeah, don't read on that. Sorry. Passenger ETA. They believe will be landing in 55 minutes. We actually land in 24 minutes, so it's about 30 minutes early. No, 40 minutes early at the moment, which isn't too bad. Red is photo real water, yellow is default water, pink is Terra real, blue is oxygen. There's an oxygen option now. I don't know about the oxygen. Welcome, Harry. How you doing? I did not know there was an oxygen option. That is very new. Well, I'm definitely going to have to look into it now because I may have upgraded it. Because I remember for a while it was a case of you have FS Surf tiles, but there's no oxygen and it's impossible to bring them back unless you have like an add-on which puts it on top. But I don't ever remember an option that lets you colour in the oxygen. That is very new to my knowledge. So while the actual program itself might still be version 1.3, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing that they've updated the masking colours. Obviously for the better. Alright, top percent's now starting to appear on the map. 16 minutes now till top of the descent. 16 minutes. Send you guys Discord. Yeah, thanks man, much appreciated. Definitely be interesting to look deeper into what the new colours are. Yeah, a bit of night vision. So, in about 10 minutes or so, I mean, we've already set the approach up. We already know what kind of land we're going to have into Thessaloniki. I mean, I'll probably go for a bit of a manual course towards the end, just get a slightly better angle on the intercepts of the ILS. But as it stands, the approach and flight I've got set up right now looks fairly self-explanatory. Should descend with an alright amount of time, and then land and about. Yeah, I know what time we're gonna descend. Touchdown is expected. Okay, I'll do it on the PFD there. Set it to plan modes. I said plan modes. Zoom in a bit as well. Let's have a look, shall we? Touchdown expected. $20.18. 38 minutes till touchdown. I mean, this takes into account the approach, so yeah, 38 minutes does sound a lot more accurate than 19. 19 as the crow flies, but unfortunately we don't fly as the crow flies, so I have to make do with that. apologies for the slight quiet periods. Just in case I'm just thinking now what I can really do before landing. Top of the descent is, like I said, not really far away now. And the approach in we've got is relatively straight. Got to fly around the mountains on the north side of Greece there, so I have to make a slight right hand turn at the very last moment. But it doesn't take us that long to do. And the final turn, I'm going to take over manually, just for the sake of giving me a better approach in. Should be alright, this one. Should be alright. Right, 5 minutes now to the top of the descent. Not long to go now. So, insets into runway. We want to be descending to 2,500. It's quite a high one actually. But yeah, 2,500. And then we'll switch on to the ILS and bring it into land. As usual, 1,000 will be telling me to take it to the manual, providing that the winds are stable and the SV is stable. I'll just keep it on for a little bit longer. Otherwise, I'm not expecting too much in terms of missed approach or go around.
assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Someone made default F6 737 for the Zibo. What do you mean? Someone made default 737. Oh, what do you mean, oh dear? I love that. Orbit Airlines were fantastic. You need to fly somewhere at a decent price, literally anywhere in the world. Orbit Airlines were your people to go. No, I'm on my Discord server. Drop me a link. I want them. I want them now. There you go, set the altitude to 2,500. Sorry, reset the VNav there just in case, and let's start descent, shall we? Okay, descent not just yet, another 3 or 4 miles to go. I've just been given the Builder Community Award on Twitch. Means I can now have channel VIPs. That should be rather interesting. So, sending now, speak to passengers, shall we? Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We've now started our descent into Thessaloniki and should be landing in around 20 minutes. So, we have gained a few minutes in the air, about 20 minutes. And once again, we do thank you all very much for flying Ryanair, and we shall be landing shortly. A terrible message, but what we need to say. It's going to be ahead of schedule, 20 minutes. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We've now started our descent into Thessaloniki and should be landing in around 20 minutes. So we have gained a few minutes in the air, about 20 minutes. And once again, we do thank you all very much for flying Ryanair, and we shall be landing shortly. So that will increase the passenger satisfaction. Hang on, sorry. Backwards about that. Was crashing and needs sweets. Oh right, okay. No worries, man. Welcome back. How's weather in real life? In London, not too bad. It's been a little more sunnier than it has been as recent, and with the bank holiday weekend, quite sunny. Because I'm working at the railway, where I supplied on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so 3 days. We're expecting quite a hectic one, quite a busy weekend, so I'll definitely be prepared for that. But it hasn't been too bad. There's been a few rainy days last week, but certainly has improved. Right, so on the seatbelt sign. Since we are now on our final descent. Packs. Seatbelts on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Right, so now descending and entering Greece. Good to hear, nice and warm here. Okay, I mean, next week is also looking pretty good. It's actually been a rather good couple of days, that's for sure. Hopefully the weather will stay nice and bright, but hey, you never know what's going to happen. Night here. Slightly dark. I realise I probably need to put the spoilers out because we're increasing speed quite a bit. Yeah, drag required. Right, start slowing the aircraft down. We'll carry on descending. And then hopefully we'll have enough time to actually lower the flaps. 10,000 at RNAS. Oh, it's 20 miles out. That's plenty actually. Some. Yeah, one thing I do seem to do sometimes is underestimate my flights. At least I underestimate, which usually means I'm too low or too fast. So, follow the aircraft says, I should be alright. Down to 15,000, speed's pretty much alright now. Standing outside here, 22 degrees and 89% humidity. Feels like stepping out into a sauna. I mean, I've been to Finland. I've been in a sauna. 90 degrees. It's a proper steam room. Finnish saunas are not something to... not a force to reckon with. I mean, as a Brit, public community is one thing, but steaming to death, gosh. Oh yeah, living in the UK, because we're an island, especially in the hot weather, does mean that we can get very humid very quickly. It's never a fun occurrence. Right, so slow descending in, about to reach 10,000, so I'll be switching on the landing lights very shortly. Yeah, got one more leg which takes us directly to the intercept. What we'll do is I'll fly out to the right a little bit, because I want to make that last turn a little bit nice for the aircraft, slightly more acute angle than obtuse it is. Actually no, it isn't an acute angle, it needs to be more obtuse even. Yeah, landing in about 10 minutes. In fact, let's tell the cabin crew. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes. Your public address. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes. Whilst when it rains, then the sun comes out, 23 degrees. Oh yeah, rain and sun just makes the air feel really sticky. It's beyond humid, it's just sticky. Right, is that the airport in sight? No, just 3 lights. The airport won't be too far ahead of us now, actually. We might be able to spot it. You can see the coast of Greece, because Thessaloniki's on the coast. But we'll be able to spot the airport from a little while out.
We have begun our final descent into. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Yeah, there's no clouds reported, so visibility is plus 10 miles, which is always good. Seeing the PFD there, passing through 10,000, so landing lights on, logo lights on, set the brakes. How long's the runway? 7,000 feet, so probably stick it on braking 3, not quite max, quite short actually, I will say. I mean, quite heavy as well, got plenty of fuel on both engines, probably a little more than we do need. And then the airport should be, is that it? Yeah, there's the airport, Thessaloniki. So, left hand side passengers, we'll get a nice view of that now. Alright, so on to heading parallel to the runway, which will take in a couple of moments. No other traffic in the area, and I don't think there's active control art, so nobody will need to speak to either. Yeah, no one's online, that's fine. When we get to about 10 miles, we'll make the right hand turn, and then make one final into the airport. And once we make the right hand turn, we'll start lowering the flaps as well. Because speed-wise, we're doing pretty much alright. It's only 1,400 feet per minute descent. It's not really gained too much. In fact, we'll wait to about 7,500, and then we'll start lowering the flaps. like I say, waiting for the 10 miles for us to make this turn. UK country with 4 seasons in 1 day. Absolutely, absolutely. We have, I mean, given that we have got 4 different weather fronts fighting over each other over the UK. You have the cold air of the Arctic, hot air of the south, the wet air of the Atlantic, and dry air of the continental. So very much a battle over the UK for air superiority. Right, let's start this final approach, shall we? Yeah, it's usually pretty nice. The night lights over Greece look pretty cool. Alright, let's make sure the pre-landing's all set. So, auto brake set, flaps not yet, gear not yet. Okay, not yet for pre-landing checklist. Haven't done half the stages yet. Landing lights are set, as well as logo lights since it's night time. Yeah, it's just the gear and flaps we need set now. Alright, so we're almost ready for our left turn now. The left turn will get us onto the intercept into the light slope. There we go. Let's do this now. So left hand turn. Whoops. And the aircraft will continue to descend since we're now heading back onto the approach path. Flaps down to 5. Altimeter, I've actually not set it yet. 1016, actually that's our departure altimeter, that's fine. Again, it's 2,500, which is the ILS intercept altitude. And yeah, that's looking perfect. Airport should be to our left. There it is. Get fly over the city centre before coming into land. Bit of a light coming in from somewhere. Coming from the left. Obviously we've hit a spotlight of some sort, possibly from the airport. It's a nice effect, especially from the air, that's for sure. Zoom once more on the PFD there, do the minimum 5 miles. Switch on the VOR localizer, announce that we are on final runway 16 LGTS, Thessaloniki. And then any second now, make a left hand turn into land. So we're a little high at this point.
2500.
Gear down.
Thousand to go.
There we go. So let the aircraft line itself on the glide slope. And as soon as it does that, we'll then switch on the approach mode. Slightly tight turn that, but yeah, it should be alright. I'm also noticing how low the ground is at this point, because again, Thessaloniki is on the side of a mountain, so bit of a steep descent we have to make around that. Slightly below the glide slope. That's fine, the aircraft will adjust. Good luck. You don't need luck. When you fly this aircraft for long enough, you don't need luck, it's instinct. Alright, so flap starty. Let's do this. Flap starty, gear down, 3 greens, water brakes set, landing lights active. Got landing clearance. Pre-landing check is complete. Oh boy, MSG, JT, sup, hello. Oh, it's Yannex. I'm not missing a supervisor message so far. Thought I had no controller I didn't have any contacts with. Spot there's an aircraft over there, Delta Airline, OAL. Who's Oscar Alpha Lima? Olympic Airlines, 6505. Olympic Airlines, I don't know if they're landing here or not, so let me have a look. Hang on, what's behind me as well? Is there another Ryanair behind me? Ah, okay, there is a Ryanair landing at Thessaloniki, but they're on Projects Fly and not that sim. So if I show you screen on that, there he is, you can see he's behind me, RYR 5082, offline, so I can't see him from behind. Anyways, I should probably focus on landing now, shouldn't I? Coming a little high. That's probably a little too high, so if I switch off the autopilot now, then manually guide us on the glide slope, because yeah, it's 4 whites. Autopilot's still active. Although we'll load this about 1... Where's our approach? 137. Surprised it didn't take the altitude that on the approach. We were fairly low at one point, so I don't mind a manual guiding in, just means there's a bit more work for me. Trim is not quite set for my liking, so I'll just quickly adjust that as well. Yeah, no worries, Rika, no worries. Right, 1000. Right, 2 yellows, 2 whites, that's what, sorry, 2 reds, 2 whites, that's what I want to see. Follow the magenta lines. Glide slope, that's fine. Okay, glide slope warning now off. As long as I keep the 2 diamonds on the middle there, centered. Let's continue descent. Bring this thing in.
500.
So throttle, disconnect.
400. 300.
It's a very short runway actually.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Don't want to float it too much. That'll do me. 80 knots. 60 knots, cuts reverse thrust. Brakes off, and there's taxi to the next exit point.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage
There's
you
like
to check
3
right
passenger
here
add-ons
for
adding
the
the 80s, their flight attendant talk in the back. We're really overlapping that crazily. Anyways, off the runway. Slow the aircraft down. Flaps come up. APU start up. Taxi lights on. Lights off. And let's make our way to the terminal. So stop the clock as well, because that's now complete. Crossing the live runway. I'll save live runway. There's no aircraft using this one right now, so make a right since that aircraft's on the taxiway. And straight away on the left, that taxiway? I believe it is. Yes, it is. But yeah, that wasn't a terrible landing. A little bit floaty, but the aircraft made it down. A relatively soft touchdown within the aircraft's limits. So, make a left here. You can see the lights on the actual mountain over there. It's a nice little added scenery thing with X-Plane. Now, I don't actually know the terminal is at Thessaloniki. I presume it's that building on the left. Yes, that's terminal. So I'll park up, clear the aircraft up, shut it down for cold and dark since the aircraft won't be doing any more flights today. And then I will... Is it that? Is this yeah, this is actually a gate I've turned into. Probably not our gate, but it's a gate. Just actually straighten it up a little bit. Right, hold it there. Oops, X-Plane's froze. There we go. Right, parking brake set. Turn on some lights. Sets the APU. APU bleed on, engine bleeds off, packs off, engines off. Welcome to Thessaloniki. We thank you very much for flying Ryanair today. It's flight FR5435. And we wish you a pleasant onward journey. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. This will be a general public address. Welcome to Thessaloniki. We thank you very much for flying Ryanair today. It's flight FR5435. Over to ground, set shock, set GPU. Test lights come off, logo lights stay on, position stays on, anti-collision off. Next page, doors open those in a second. GPU connect. APU off. APU bleed off as well. Open all the doors, so forward entry, aft entry, forward cargo. Open the cockpit door as well for the people that want to come see the cockpit, as is the usual. And then set both sets of stairs. One day don't need fuel truck. One day we'll get the Zibo with the front stairs for Ryanair. That seems to be happening just yet. Right, so that's all fine. That's all fine. Passengers will disboard in just a couple of moments. We can end the smart cars, ends the project's flight, and everything else for that matter. Parking wise, I'm not quite sure where we've parked, but we've parked somewhere. That's where it should have been. Fair enough. I mean, I believe this will be the Ryanair gates. What line is that over there? So it's a little private jet. Okay. Yeah, so this will be where Ryanair will park, no problem. Cabin crew can now expedite boarding.
We'll see what we can do.
And
No
passengers will now deboard the aircraft. So they should be on deboarding stage. Yes, cool. Right, so passengers deboarding. Let's end project's flight, complete flights. That looks good. How was it in the end? It was 3 hours and... Is it not a flight time? Okay. It was 3 hours and 5 minutes you got on the clock there. I think it was a little bit longer than that. A cars. There we go. 3 hours, 9 minutes and 25 seconds. So yeah, again about 20 in the end, which is good. Fresh start. Flight's been accepted. Ooh, has it been accepted? Yes, it has. No bids available. Right, so, since we're doing the cold and dark, we'll shut the plane down, which means let's go through the top. AP will keep active, window heats come off, probe heats can come off, hydraulic pumps off, APU bleeds all off, this reset to 0. This we will reset to, well, that goes down to 100, of course, down to 0. Just keep it nice and clean for the pilots flying tomorrow. Heading, reset to 0. And altitude also down to 0. That comes off. Flaps are up. Gears down. Nice aim, mate. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. That goes to init ref. And that should be everything. Your dampener's off. Ground power's plugged in. But with that, power comes off. And we can now deboard the aircraft ourselves. So down the left, down the stairs, and into the terminal to finish off the flights. It's a red light of some sort going into the cockpit. This makes it very gloomy. Alright, so we're now going to do the replay. I now go to close, close, close. Oh yeah, turn off the IRS as well, should have done that. Close all the exits. We'll disconnect from VATSIM. And let's stick it in replay mode, shall we? Have a look at our landing from the few different views. So, first one, we'll go for the passenger view. T21 Discord. Good call, disconnecting. No worries, man. No worries. Good talking to you. Go for this side since there's a little bit more to look at. Oh, good call to disconnect. Right, okay. Now, I think one of the guys I watch, he's a really small channel, Vietgoran, once did the few replays while connected in VATSIM with an aircraft coming into approach. He's only got like 200 subs, but yeah, he's made a few mistakes, that's for sure. In fact, he's the usual viewer of the channel. I'm not sure I didn't tune in today. I'll drop him a message later. Yeah, fairly stable approach. Nothing really hectic. Did float it a little bit before touchdown, but relatively alright. Controllers too. Yeah, controllers I'm sure are not a fan when an aeroplane just pops in 30 seconds from touchdown and leaves a rather interesting situation. But that was a relatively alright landing. In fact, did the spoilers even deploy? I'll check that from an external view, because I don't think spoilers actually deployed that one. Was that maybe too soft for the SEM 3? And you can tell I'm flying an older Ryanair because I've got the 4 landing lights using the old halogen bulbs. Telco Delta Yankee Alpha. Go nice and low over the harbour. Floated it a tiny bit and down. Now my concern, the spoilers have not. Oh no, they have deployed. Okay, yeah, no concerns. That's a spot on landing. Spot on landing. Yeah, that was a good flight overall. Got no real complaints for that one. And yeah, I think really that's that for the live stream today. Ooh, no it's not. I haven't actually ended packs yet. End the flights. Extreme taxi conditions, slightly ahead of schedule, unexpected delay, extreme taxi conditions. Behind didn't warn us, not safe taxi. Sheesh. A few complaints actually today. Very weird. Okay, I'll upload that. Yeah, we're 8 minutes behind schedule today. 8 minutes, which is a bit of a shame, but hey. Delays happen. This was just not a terrible one. But yeah, like I said, I think that's it for today. So, normally I'd stream on a Saturday, although this is the Saturday stream because of the other stuff tomorrow, skiing and Lido Railway. So, unfortunately, I'll be live tomorrow. Sunday, I don't think I'll get a chance to stream today. I really need to figure out what I'm doing on Sundays. I just don't have time now to stream on that anymore. So my train sim mod stuff I have to maybe move into the week. But we'll see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, I do thank you all very much for watching. Massive thanks to you, Riga, as well. You've been absolutely fantastic today. I'm sure I'll be in your airspace within the next few flights. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. have a fantastic evening, and I will enjoy a fantastic weekend as well. Have a great couple of days. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday, Monday, 3-day weekend. Maybe I'll do something on Monday actually. Do a stream for Train Sim World, see if I can try and squeeze that in. But other than that, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next few weeks. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I really need to work on my outros, don't I? I can just mumble on for hours. No idea how to end this. Good night.